Good afternoon. It is 6:30 on the 23rd of December. It's a Tuesday. We'll jump right into this. Taking a look at our weather. Our radar is clear as a bell. Nothing going on. The little splatters you see there are just some false echoes from the radar beam being bounced back to the ground. Temperatures right now 20 to 25 across the region. 27 is the warm spot down in Faribault, 20 in St. Cloud, and 18 up here in Cambridge. Taking a look at our visible satellite imagery, you can see a little pocket of clouds there over western Minnesota, southwestern Minnesota, I guess I should say, down towards Mankato, and then back towards Marshall. Otherwise, we've got some high, thin cirrus clouds streaming over the top of this ridge that's been on top of us, giving us our milder than average weather. If you've been wondering, our average high right now is only 26 in the Twin Cities, and it is a whopping 22 in St. Cloud. And taking a look now as we go to our infrared satellite imagery, you can see that ridge showing up quite clearly here. The center of that is just over the Arklatex. And then you've got moisture streaming up and over from this moisture stream off the Pacific. Now, what you can't see, because it's just far enough off frame that you can't see it, is a very large storm system that is going to be bringing torrential rains into California. And as we take a look at our 72-hour forecast for precip, you can see some areas here in Southern California in the Transverse Range could receive as much as 10 inches of rain. Up here in the upper Midwest, not a drop. Taking a look at the excessive rainfall outlook, that is an error from the Storm Prediction Center and the Weather Prediction Center. The whole country is not in a marginal risk. That marginal risk is actually in the Central Valley of California, up into the Sierras, and then across the Transverse Range into Southern California and far southern Nevada. Day 2 outlook, that's much more of where we're looking at the danger zone for Southern California. So that high risk there across the Transverse Mountains into the LA Basin. And that area is still a moderate risk here on day 3, which would be Christmas Day. Now, taking a look at our weather and what's around us, we have Arctic pressure, well, Pacific high pressure, I should say, centered right over Grand Marais and Grand Portage. Warm front to our southwest has brought temperatures well up into the 60s into western Nebraska, into Colorado, Wyoming, and into Kansas. That air will almost reach us, but not quite. And taking a look as we move in 24 hours, you can see that little low. It's going to scoot right across Iowa. You can see a much bigger storm system moving in here into the Pacific Northwest, into the coast of Washington. And that moves up towards Vancouver. And here's our little cold front that comes through that could bring us some freezing drizzle, maybe some drizzle as it passes through. Otherwise, not a lot to worry about. And you can see yet another front coming into Southern California. And 48 hours out, what do we know? There's another system plowing into California. There's that low. There's the low up here in British Columbia. And we're still sitting under the influence of high pressure. So right now through Christmas, it doesn't look too bad. But once we get past Christmas, things start to go off the rails. Taking a look now at our St. Cloud forecast for tonight, 15, just a lovely 15. Tomorrow, some scattered fog possible in the afternoon, 31 for the high, 23 in the overnight. Thursday, it says wintry mix, that is for Thursday and Thursday afternoon and Thursday night mostly. That could be that freezing drizzle that comes in. High of 33 and overnight low of 30. And then Friday, cloudy and 36, the low of 32. Saturday will start out cloudy and mild, the high temperature near 40, but then temperatures will fall off and the winds will start howling out of the northwest. And we will see an overnight low in St. Cloud of about 5 below come Sunday morning. Sunday, still windy, a high of 5. Wind chills will be down well into the teens and 20s below 0 with a low temperature overnight Sunday of -5. And Monday, sunny skies, but only 15 for a high and a low near 0. And now for the Twin Cities, much the same. 20 overnight tonight, some fog possible, and then freezing drizzle is also possible overnight. 36 for the high tomorrow on Wednesday, 24 for the low, 36 on Thursday, and 30. 38 Friday with cloudy skies and 32. Here's our wind coming in for the Twin Cities. That'll be just a few hours later than it is in St. Cloud. High of 40 on Saturday for the Twin Cities, a low of 10. Temperatures don't move. High of 10 on Sunday, low of 0. And then Monday, the sunny skies, high of 15 and a low of 0. This is our new experimental setup for Black Sheep weather in the new studios. We're trying it out now. And so this is our experimental video. If you like it, let us know. If you have suggestions on how we can make it better, certainly do that as well. But for now, I am meteorologist JT Lamb, and I am signing off from Black Sheep Weather Headquarters in Apple Valley.